y'all, welcome back to my channel. As the title states, I will be doing a step-by-step makeup tutorial to show you how I get this look. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it. So I first start off with my brows. I go in with the NYX Brow Pencil in the shade Black. And at first I'm just gonna comb them down. I'm gonna brush down my brows to make sure that everything is tamed. And then once I do that, I'm gonna go on the other end and I'm going to just outline my natural brow. You wanna make sure that you're doing very light strokes when you're doing this. After I outline it, then I go in and I just lightly fill in the brow with light strokes. And then same thing for the other brow. Now that we have both brows filled, go in again with the spoolie side and I'm just going to kind of blend in just like the front part to give it more of like a natural look and so that it's not so like harsh. To clean up my eyebrows, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. This is their Hydrating Camo Concealer. And I put some a little bit just on the back of my hand and I'm gonna use this to clean up my brows. I will be going in using this is my brush from e.l.f. I'll just take a little bit of that. So kind of like we did earlier, we're just gonna outline the brows just to kind of give it more of like a precise, clean look. That we have the eyebrows cleaned up a little bit, my e.l.f. brush, this is like a fluffy brush. I'm just gonna kind of pat down the concealer that we applied. I'm gonna go in with the eyeshadow primer. I'm using Anastasia's Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer. Just a little bit on the back of my hand, just a little bit because a little goes a long way and this stuff is too expensive to be wasting. So I just do just like a little dot, and honestly that probably was too much, honestly. Going in with this, I'm not gonna lie y'all, this is just like a regular paintbrush that I use. I got it from like a paintbrushes off of Amazon. I just take a little bit, I apply that to my lid and I just spread that around. The purpose of an eyeshadow primer is basically just to help for your eyeshadow to pop, for it to like last longer, for the color to really like pop, especially like if you're a brown skin girly like me. It just really helps for that eyeshadow to just stand out and not be so dull. Apply this and then you let it dry down before you go in with your regular eyeshadow. I used to use regular concealer with like eyeshadow primer because I felt like eyeshadow primer wasn't necessary, but I finally decided to try out an actual like eyeshadow primer. First one I tried out was the Milani eyeshadow primer, and that one was not, I did not like that one. It was like the Milani long lasting eyeshadow primer or something like that, and it was not good. It was like very oily and it just did not do what it needed to do. There's definitely a big difference between just using regular concealer and a dedicated quality eyeshadow primer. I'm gonna go in with my eyeshadow. First, we're gonna start off with Juvia's Place. This is their coffee shop eyeshadow palette. Do like a mixture between these three shades. Use these to go in like in the corner. I start off with the corner of my eye, and then I kind of go into like the crease. Now I'm gonna go in like circular motions. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of glitter on top. Going in with my Morphe, this is their 35X. And I'm gonna go in with this color right here. Prep work. I'm gonna take my Morphe, their M167 flat brush. So I'm just gonna take it like Right, and then now I'm gonna go back in with my Morphe fluffy brush, and we're just gonna kind of the same motions we were doing earlier, just the circular motions to kind of blend this together very lightly. We're gonna do our winged eyeliner. I'm gonna be using, this is NYX, their Epic Liner, in the shade, of course, black. I kind of have like a trick when I do my winged eyeliner. I pull my eye like this, and I start with the winged first. I will be using a new pair of lashes. I always use Kiss lashes, but I've never tried this actual like specific kind before. This is their new natural look lashes. It comes with a pair of 4, and I tried their other natural lashes and I really like them, but they didn't have them in stock, so that's why I got these. We are gonna try these out to see how I like them. Hopefully I like them. I don't know. When you get a new pair of lashes, you want to kind of like, okay. So a lot of times what I do is I'll just cut just like a little bit off on the ends. Just a little. Just gonna go ahead and apply my lash glue. I will be using Kiss lash glue. This is the Kiss lash glue. Apply that to the lash line. Alright, so you always want to make sure the lash glue is set a little bit and get a little bit of tacky before you go in to apply them. So you don't want to just like apply the glue and then go straight in to try to apply them. Let them kind of dry down a little bit. While that's drying down, I'll go in with my mascara. This is the Too Faced mascara, one of my like favorite mascaras. You just want to make sure that you apply some to your natural lashes just so that they can blend better with the false lashes. You're not looking crazy. And I kind of just like a little bit more time before I go in. I have a mirror that's angled down. You just want to try to apply this as close to your lash line. This is the angle that I'm doing, close to the lash line as possible. Time to do our base. To look good, to look flawless, and to last all day, you have to have a good base. So that you're moisturizing your skin. Even if you have oily skin, you always want to make sure that you're moisturized before we go in with our foundation and anything like that. I'm going to be going in with my La Roche-Posay. This is their Double Repair Moisturizer. And I'm going to just take a little bit. This is like my favorite moisturizer, but I'm going to take a little bit of this to kind of moisturize my face before we go in with our foundation and all that. Go in with Danessa Myricks. This is her Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. As you can see, I'm almost out. I like to use this as a primer, and it's supposed to be like a water powdered serum that like mattifies your pores in your skin. So it's supposed to be really good for people who have like oily skin. And that product is really, really good by itself, but I just recently got, this is their Blurring Balm Powder in the shade Universal. As you can see, I've already used it a few times, and this in conjunction with the water powder is really, really good, especially if you struggle with oily skin. Just take a little bit, comes with like a little spatula that and this really helps to like blur skin. So your makeup can really look good, because skin underneath has to look good before you can go in with your foundation. So I just kind of use that too. And it feels really, really smooth on my face, like super like buttery smooth. And you can wear this like by itself, like you don't have to put makeup on top. Now that we have our base, we can now go in with our foundation. This is Estee Lauder, their Double Wear Foundation, the shade Truffle. Use my foundation brush. This is from Real Techniques. So one thing, I wish that it came with like a pump instead of me having to pour this onto my brush. in with my e.l.f. concealer. And this is just, you want to use a concealer that's like about like one or two shades lighter than your skin tone. And we're just going to use this to do our highlighting. I have like a little, like a bright under eye. And I do like an upside down triangle kind of. I'm gonna do it on my nose, forehead, under my nose, my chin. So now that we've let that dry down a little bit, I go in again with my brush and we're just gonna kind of pat down everywhere we put the concealer. I've been wondering all day, tried to be fine, but I can't be. The noise in my mind wouldn't leave me. Tried to get by, but I'm burning. I'm behind, my mind it runs. All these thoughts I'm troubling. Starting to give up, I've been fighting to be on my lane. My mind running to the other side. When it's time to leave my life. Now we're gonna set that concealer. Set it, I will be using a setting powder. Using Fenty Beauty setting powder in the shade Butter. One of my favorite setting powders. And again, same brush that we used for the concealer. I'm just gonna go in and we're just gonna take a little bit of that. Go in everywhere where we applied the concealer. We're just gonna set this to make sure that it doesn't move and it doesn't go anywhere. Like tapping that into my skin. You can just like tell the difference between like the side that has like the powder and that doesn't. That's why like it just gives you that really like matte look. Now that we have our setting powder applied, we go in and do our contouring. I'm going to be using my contour brush from e.l.f. and this is just like a regular contour brush. I'm going to be using my Juvia's Place bronze palette in the shade Dark. For my, I just take a little bit of this too and just kind of just apply that. And this just kind of helps to add like warmth and depth into your face, especially after like the highlighting that we just did. I'm gonna give you that chiseled look. I am heavy-handed when I do this, y'all. Underneath my chin, pimples, and then I also like to do it on my nose as well, like this. I'm gonna go in with my blush, but this is Juvia's Place Volume 4 blush palette. And it has like these two really pretty pinks. And I just mix these two and apply it on my cheeks. I'm gonna go ahead and I have this little beauty mark on my cheek that gets kind of covered whenever I put makeup on. So I'm gonna go back and add that. I gotta look close to see if I can find it. I'm gonna go in and do my waterline eyeliner using NYX. This is just a regular eyeliner pencil in the shade Black. Okay, so now you can tell the difference between the eye that has the eyeliner and the eye that doesn't. For the longest, ever since I was like in middle school, I've always been fascinated with eyeliner. Grew up watching my mom wear eyeliner on her waterline, and I always wanted to copy her. So like I've been wearing like water eyeliner since like 7th grade, honestly. So I will never stop. I definitely feel like it just really just makes your eyes just like pop. With the eyeliner, without. Both are pretty. If I want to go for a more like natural look, I'll do like without. But for a more bold look or whatever, I definitely like an eyeliner. I'm gonna go in with my lash primer for my lower lashes. This just really helps to prime the eyelashes before you go in with a regular mascara so it can really just be thicker and fuller. I'm gonna go in with This Is Essence. This is just their, this is a brown mascara. I saw somewhere that people were saying that like if you have brown eyes to use brown mascara, so I've been using this for your like lower lash line. When I do my lips, I like to start on dry lips, like the drier the better. And I'm gonna be using my NYX, this is their lip liner in Club Hopper. And I'm gonna just use this to line my lips. And I'm gonna go in with my NYX Butter Gloss within the shade Fudge Me. A little bit of that on top. And then lightly our lips together. I like to go in with a little bit of clear gloss. This is NYX Butter Gloss in clear. It's not really clear anymore because I use it so much, but my makeup just to make sure that everything stays into place and doesn't go anywhere. I'm using my One Size setting spray. This is really good. Just kind of shake it a little bit and we're just gonna just again to help set that makeup into place. Go back over with my powder foundation. This is the Super Stay foundation. I'm gonna use a little bit of this to go back in everywhere. I don't know, this is just being extra at this point, but with my Fenty Beauty, this is their Invisamtte blotting powder that I really like. Use this really just helps to like, it's just like a white white powder, translucent powder that I use to kind of help with like oiliness, like if you have like really oily skin or if you need to like touch up your makeup. I love going in with this, and it refreshes your makeup without having to add more makeup. It helps to give you like that filtered look, I feel. Right, and these are the final results. Let me know what y'all think. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.